Why is the quality of groceries going down but the prices are going up? Things are more expensive than ever it feels like, and I go to several different grocery stores, but it seems the general quality of everything is dropping severely. Rotting fruits and veggies on the shelves. Tasteless fruits as well. Meat that is past its sell-by date constantly. I bought a rack of lamb and it went bad basically overnight. It was like $34 for the tinnest rack of lamb I have ever seen as well. Brands that I have never seen before and or don't see again, so it's hard to find something consistent. Food like cereal and chips are priced so ridiculous and the boxes are only getting smaller. What's going on? Short answer money, long answer moon knee. I don't know much about this. So this is probably a stupid question. But I'm trying to learn. I see a lot of capitalism and greedy companies' responses. The USA has always had both of these. So why wouldn't prices have always been this high if that were why? The quality of produce has gradually been going down because breeding programs that produce seeds concentrate on shelf life, production cost and production volume rather than taste or nutrition. Basically, farmers would rather pay for seeds that get them more produce that lasts longer because that lowers the production cost per unit, making it more profitable for them in the end. So yeah, money. As expected, making better food costs more money and time, which is also money, which in turn makes it less profitable. It's the old supply and fuck you strategy. Extremely greedy companies who use inflation as an excuse to raise prices even more. Manufacturers are cheapening the products to save themselves even more money. I think we are in the midst of an impact on the global economy that doesn't even really have a name. If it did, it's a term for when the 0.5 takes advantage of the lower classes following a pandemic. I don't see that where I live. And I live in Florida, where migrant workers definitely are afraid to work here. Though I haven't seen fallout of the sort you are describing. Are prices up? Definitely. Is fruit rotting on the shelf? I did see a fuzzy strawberry in a package of strawberries the other day. But that was just one package. The cara oranges I bought weren't even fully ripe. The avocados were perfect. Plumcot too. Inflation is near record levels. This is the only reason. Printing money like madmen causes inflation. Shrinkflation plus inflation. Empire in decline. Because we will still buy it. Greed, as usual. Short answer: greed. Greed. Shrinkflation. I think you left out the part where in one direction it ends with consumers who have no one to pass the cost to, in the other direction it ends with get ready for this, cause it's wildly unbelievable people who hoard billions, yes, billions, while others die and starve and vote greedy fools into office. Greed. Because capitalism expects infinite growth. After a while, market saturation of a business is complete, and the only way they can continue make profits rise every quarter is by charging more and paying their guys less, usually by having one worker do what used to require several. X200B. This philosophy will squeeze every cent of profit out of businesses and consumers. Quality of any business will go downhill over time. Over time, they will always charge more for less, and for shittier quality. Part of it is inflation with costs going up, but also part of it is companies are using this as an excuse to raise prices from many of their items. You can see many of the companies have record profits this past year. Inflationary policy makes the prices go up. Quality could go down if it is as a way for companies to hedge against inflation. Why is there inflation? Out of control government spending, borrowing and money printing, overstimulation during the pandemic, expansion of transfer payment programs like unemployment, the expansion of the black market economy and disability payments, student debt forgiveness, over-regulation of business, but mostly out of control government spending, borrowing and money printing. Total failure of Biden administration that is more concerned with Ukraine than the problems in America. By raising interest at every turn they have reduced our purchasing power and increased inflation tenfold. There's no oversight at all and the result is what you're talking about. The problem is the mainstream media gives this administration a free ride on everything and never exposes the facts of what's really happening, as you have pointed out. Capitalism, my friend. Shrinkflation. I am thinking that our leaders are the ones shutting pipelines down. It's a hidden form of price increase. Toilet paper roll size is the most straightforward example of this. I've never once seen rotting fruits or meats past the sell-by dates. It sounds like you are shopping at a shitty store if you are seeing that. Because people pay for it. If people stop paying, the prices will go down. Until then, they'll keep going up. Capitalism. Groceries suck now. Prices high, quality low. What gives? Capitalism. Because the paychecks are remaining the same. So they lower the quality control limits so as not to 1. Hire expensive QCQA units. 2. Come up with a lot of defective material. This shit is true in every industry. Profiteering. The word you're looking for is profiteering. Quality doesn't determine price. And your area just has really shitty grocery stores. Monopolies. Backlash for electing Biden. Oil companies price gouging. It's the perfect storm of repressive, anti-democratic, anti-American, greedy corporate shenanigans. Trump's coup failed and they're making the whole world pay. These corporations are all reporting record profits. I fear it will end in some kind of Bolshevik French-style revolution when the poor decide to simply eat the rich. It's called capitalism, and it's awful. Capitalism needs an overhaul. 19th century economics designed for a world that was still being discovered cannot work on a planet where most members of the dominant species can sense the growing scarcity of all resources including water and food, and the resulting probably violent panic that will ensue. I'm assuming you live in the United States or another capitalistic society. The goal of everyone in the supply chain is to get the maximum profit. It trickles down. The end of the line. The consumer can only shoulder so much price gouging. Within the supply chain this is known. Sacrifices are made in order to reduce the cost of the product so that more profit can be extracted. The quality is sacrificed in order to make sure the maximum amount of profit can be made. Supply chain could take steps to make quality better, not that would either eat into profit or increase cost to consumer. Capitalism and corporate greed. Capitalism. Minimizing cost while raising prices. 40-year high inflation. Thank FJB. Same in UK. Where do you live, OP, that these things are happening? I have never seen anything like this. Rotting fruits and veggies on the shelves. Tasteless fruits as well. Meat that is past its sell-by date constantly. Any store that operates like this will quickly go out of business. Why would you go back to a store like this anyway? Cut meat from diet. Better for health and wallet. Skimpflation. The U.S. government and its anti-energy policies. Global warming. Because some people were blind enough to vote for Sloppy Joe, he declared an end to fossil fuels, so the cost of energy went way up. When energy goes up, everything goes up. Democrats and inflation.